Good morning, RQS, and welcome to Convocation 2023. Would you please stand as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Whoa, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Bogorodice, Dziewo, raduj się, Благодатная Мария, Господь с тобою, Благодатная Мария, Господь с тобою, благословенна ты жена, и благословен почива твоего. Яко спаса родила еси душ наших, яко спаса родила еси душ наших. Богородице, Дево, радуйся, благодатная Мария, Господь с тобою, благословенна ты жена и благословен почива твоего. Яко спаса родила еси душ наших.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back, teachers.
I hope you have fun this summer. وحشتوني.
Bienvenidos.
Kindergarten teacher, I miss you. I can't wait to see you.
Welcome back, teachers. I hope you guys had a good summer and we all missed you very much.
Welcome to teachers.
Welcome back. And I hope you have a great summer. We missed you.
Welcome back.
Hi, new teachers.
Glad to see you.
Bienvenidos de regreso.
I can't wait to have this story.
Welcome back.
Bienvenidos al 2023-2024 año escolar. Estamos muy felices para tenerlos aquí con nosotros.
And where's my teacher?
All right, Raytown, welcome back, everybody, here at RSEC, out at our sites. Let's hear you again this morning. Good morning. We are very excited to be here this morning. We're excited about a great school year in front of us. I am Chris Greiner, Chief Academic Officer for the district, and I have the privilege of serving in that role. And I also have the privilege of welcoming all of you here this morning. here at RSEC and out at all of our sites. We're glad that you're here with us today. Things look a little different today than they did maybe this time last year, but that's all right. As I was reflecting on a couple things I wanted to share with you as a welcome, this is my 27th Convocation in public education. Yeah. So that means I'm old. But I will tell you, through those 26 years in public education, I have never been more excited to be part of what we are doing here in Raytown Quality Schools. So I will tell you, before I jump into a few comments, just to read the room, some fellow veterans may be in the room with me, but let's start with standing up for years of service if you are a brand new person to Raytown School District, the profession of teaching. Stand up at your sites. If you are brand new this year, how about our teachers, years 1 to 5 years of service? Stand on up. Teachers, 1 to 5. I see you, Eastwood Hills. I see you. What about years 6 to 10? 6 to 10, stand up. Ray Middle. All right, years 11 to 15. Where are you at? All my teachers, years 16 to 20. I see you, Ray South Middle. I see you over there. How about our staff, years 21 to 25? Where you at? Stand up. (26 to 30 years). Yes. Yes. We're old. Kinda. Over 30 years? Where are you? Yes. Dr. Moore, Miss Eagle. Your name, sweetheart?
Mary.
Mary's here. Let's give it up for Mary. All right, so we've got all walks of life with us, years of experience, but we are all here to be a ray of hope for our kids. That is our why, is we are a ray of hope for our children. Last year, Dr. Martin Knox came in and just floored us at Convocation with a wonderful message of hope and really charged us to go out and to do great things in the 22-23 school year. And I would say that that is still our why as we start 23-24, to be a ray of hope for our kids. But I will tell you that having that why and having that intention to do your best for students is not enough. We have to have that why. We have to have that purpose. But we also have to have the what and the how of making it happen for our kids. So when we talk about that ray of hope, it's critical. That's our heart. But we also have to have the what and the how. Those are our hands to take action and to make it happen for our students. So when we think about this year and we think about coming together and this welcome back and re-energized to tackle another school year, I just want to mention a couple things to be thinking about as we think about that what and the how of why we come to work every day. What our students need is critical to their success. This past summer, we had a leadership retreat. We brought leaders together from all of our buildings, and we talked about what it meant for our kids to get on a winning streak. To be on a winning streak means what I need now to create wins for our kids. And that what of those wins, at its heart, are on grade level skills. We have got to do everything we can to give our students academic proficiency with on grade level skills. That is our what. That is what we are about every single day, is making sure that our students are growing towards academic proficiency and on grade level skills. That's a huge challenge. How do we do it? We can talk about the why, we can talk about the what, but how do we make that happen? Because no single person at any of our schools or in this room here at RSEC can do it by themselves. So if we are going to provide what students need with a sense of urgency, if we're going to create winning streaks for our kids, we have got to work together. A professional learning community, that is our how. Us working together in a collaborative culture, whether it's our facility ops team, our technology team, our team at admin, our custodial team, it doesn't matter. Our teaching teams, we have to work together. We have to collaborate. We have to consider research and best practice. And in some instances, it means that we're going to have to make some changes. And so we're coming to you here today at Convocation, and this looks different. This is a change in past practice, and it's uncomfortable for some of us. But that's okay. The change process means that we all have to be vulnerable with each other. And so as we move ahead, as we think about the challenges that lay in front of us this school year in 23-24, know that we are here to be that ray of hope for our kids, but we are in this work together. And I am honored to be here in this district, and me and my team are committed to serving our schools, to helping make sure that all students are successful, that all students are growing, and that we truly can be that ray of hope for all of our kids. Thank you for choosing to be part of Raytown Quality Schools, and I am so appreciative of all of you and the talents you bring every day to support our students and our families. Now, I am equally as honored to have a very supportive Board of Education that is committed to serving our students in the same ways that we serve our students on a daily basis. So right now, I'd like you to give it up for our board president, Alonzo Burton, who's going to bring some greetings from the board.
Hey, good morning, Raytown community. Good morning. I'm Alonzo Burton, Raytown Quality Schools president, Board of Education president, and I want to take the time to introduce our board members. Some of them couldn't be here today. We do have a working board, and but I do have one member here with me today, and that's Dr. Madeline Douglas. Our board vice president is Michael Watson, and then we have Ms. Natalie Johnson-Berry, Mr. Rick Moore, Ms. Bobby Salisbury, and Mr. Nody Newton. And they all wish they could be here with us today. But I stand in front of you bringing greetings to you from all of them, and we're very excited to start off this new year. I want to welcome all our new staff. I don't know if people are in here, but wherever you are, I want to welcome everybody that's new to Raytown. Because Raytown's the best town. We're in the middle of the world. We're in the middle of everything. It all starts right here. And so you're in the best spot. You're in the right spot. And I want to especially welcome back our returning staff. And we greatly appreciate you, and we're looking forward to the next year and building on the momentum that we started in our previous year. And we want to make sure, as Dr. Griner was saying, that we all can be that ray of hope. And it is going to take us working together. The board is committed to the success of each student and every staff member. And we're committed to give you the tools that you need in order to do your job, to reach our students, to change our community, to improve our community, to educate every last one of our kids. And so this year, you'll see us collectively focus on some goals that we have implemented as a part of the board. The staff the executive staff has came up with a strategic plan that we have adopted as officially last week. And some of those goals include student achievement and college and career readiness. This is in and outside of our classrooms, and things that we can be innovative in doing. And you know what? We don't have all the answers as a board. We we look to you guys to help us tell us how you can do your job instead of us trying to come back and tell you how to do it. And so we know that you guys are the experts. So we want to get the innovative ideas. We want to collaborate together. We want to continue to work hard to attract and recruit and retain high-quality staff. And so we definitely have your interest in heart. We know that in order to educate our children, we have to have quality staff. And that's the first tool, that's the first and most important tool we have to do that. And also, the board would like to ensure that the budget is in line with the new strategic plan as we maintain our fiscal and operational integrity and accountability. And so, there's not enough sometimes, but we got all we need. We got all we need because we all we need, right? And so as a community, we all succeed or we all fail, but we're all not going to fail. I shouldn't even have said that word, right? And so we're all gonna do this together. We're gonna know what's in front of us, and we're gonna put our hands to it, and we're gonna get it done. As a board, we also understand how important it is to be accessible to our staff and community. And so I'm really excited about a new committee that we started, Community Engagement Committee, and we're gonna really get involved and have ways so we can be accessible to you, you can be accessible to us, but at the same time, we know we have to work through our organizational structure and work together and just think positive, think the best about one another, and know that we all have the same goal in mind. We might not have all the same ideas, and I hope we don't, because everybody needs to have a different idea. Everybody needs to be original in who they are. And so we appreciate who you are the same way we want to teach our kids and appreciate every last one of them. And so I'm grateful to each and every one of you for your dedication to supporting our students, providing excellent educational experience. Whether or not you work directly with students in the classroom, you have a lasting impact on our students. And so I want to thank you for all you do. And we wish you a wonderful school year, and we're glad we're here to support you. Who's next? I'm sorry.
Rise and shine,
Good morning. My name is Michaela Whitmore, kindergarten teacher at Fleet Ridge Elementary. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the 2023-24 Building Teachers of the Year. Anna Orenick, Blue Ridge Elementary. Taylor Williams, Eastwood Hills Elementary. Shallon Mill, Fleet Ridge Elementary. Melanie Ferguson, Laurel Hills Elementary. Hannah Potter, Little Blue Elementary. Liz Rocaro, New Trails Elementary. Courtney Coonhan, North Fleet Elementary. Jean-Jacques Lutheran, Northwood School Elementary. Melissa Hayes, Raytown Central Middle. Nicole David, Raytown High School. Tyler Balk, Raytown Middle School. Jared Sims, Raytown South High School. Savannah Landers, Raytown South Middle School. Carly Mack, Robinson Elementary. Kimberly Powell, Southwood Elementary. Sarah Halsey Rogers, Spring Valley Elementary. Deborah Sands, Three Trails Preschool. And Matthew Wick, Westridge Elementary. Congratulations to all of the 2023-24 Building Teachers of the Year. The Raytown School District 2023-24 Teacher of the Year is Raytown Central Middle School 7th and 8th grade social studies teacher, Melissa Hayes. Melissa has been with the district for 6 years. Melissa's journey to becoming a teacher came a bit differently than most, and it is a powerful story. Please welcome Melissa Hayes.
Good morning all, and welcome to Raytown's 2023-2024 Convocation. My name is Melissa Hayes, a social studies teacher at Raytown Central Middle School and currently Raytown's District Teacher of the Year. As we gather within our schools, I want you to take a moment to reflect on how you made it to where you are now, in Raytown, surrounded by some of the best educators that I have ever met and with the most amazing and resilient students. What drives us to come to school every day and give our best to our kids in a time where it seems like something is always changing? What is our purpose here? What is our why? For me, the answer lies in my journey, a path that was far from conventional. I stand before you as an unlikely educator. In high school, I was seen as smart, nice, maybe a little eccentric because what is normal anyways? However, my home life was challenging, mostly due to mental illness, including schizophrenia. Despite my academic achievements, I faced personal struggles from my stress within my home that eventually led me to trying to find a sense of calm elsewhere. I ultimately dropped out of high school. However, a chance encounter with a former teacher, Mr. McElligott, at a restaurant I was working at inspired me to pursue my education through alternative means. With determination, I enrolled in the Missouri Options program, graduated quickly, and later decided to go to college. The road to my bachelor's degree was also filled with ups and downs, but I found my passion in education courses. I worked hard and was even on the dean's list each semester. However, the roller coaster of life doesn't miss a beat. Right before student teaching, I found myself going through a divorce. Nevertheless, I embraced student teaching with everything I had, which wasn't much. For those that work in elementary school, my bucket wasn't filled. Without questions or empathy, I was criticized by my college supervisor and told I was unfit to become an educator. Believing her, I temporarily stepped away from teaching. But with the unwavering support from my loved ones and the time, I found my way back to my true calling. So why do I come to school every day? I want my students to know they are not alone. I'm here to support them through every challenge, big or small. I believe that holding students accountable while providing honesty, empathy, support, and grace can help them achieve their wildest dreams. My journey taught me two things. First, the value of self-belief, which I attempt to instill in my students because nobody can tell you what your future holds. Second, the power of building relationships. Taking the time to better understand our students through asking questions and actively listening to their responses allows us to create a genuine connection with each individual that walks into our classroom. By building strong relationships with our students, we gain insight into their unique needs, struggles, and aspirations, enabling us to provide the right support and encouragement, just like Mr. McElligott. In a time it took for him to eat breakfast with his daughter, Mr. McElligott changed my future. Like me, not every student's path is traditional, neither is how we gauge the success. Is success in school merely about grades, colleges, and scholarships? For me, the answer is no. Education is about embracing diversity and seeing our students as remarkable individuals. I have seen the power of an open heart and an open mind within my peers at Raytown Central Middle School, who taught me the value of diversity and creating inclusive classrooms. One story with me is that of a former student, let's call him Daniel. See, at the age of 14, Daniel's life was filled with hardships and things we could never fathom. He had a tough exterior, making it hard for him to connect with adults or relate to his peers. He trusted no one. However, myself and the rest of those advocating for him never gave up. Through many good times and many challenging ones, Daniel began to believe in himself too. The pride in his eyes when he came to me to say he was graduating from his resource classes is one I will never forget, because he knew my belief in him was unwavering, and I was ready to celebrate this huge accomplishment with him. See, Daniel's story and my own exemplifies profound impact educators can have on students' lives. It's about fostering a safe and supportive environment where students feel valued and understood. Let us remember that every student is unique with a story that shapes who they are. Our impact extends beyond academic benchmarks. Sometimes all a child needs is someone to believe in them. Everyone who works in a school holds the power to shape the future beyond conventional success. Let's redefine how we judge our students' achievements, focusing on their resilience, compassion, and determination. Together, we can create a future where every student's potential can flourish. Thank you for your passion and continuing to be a champion for our students. Your hard work and dedication do not go unnoticed, not by your peers or your kids. Hey, maybe even one day you will become a student's why. Thank you for all your time and have a wonderful school year.
Greetings, RQS. I am Amy Gwynn, and I have the pleasure of serving as a social worker at Raytown Central Middle. I'm excited to be with you this morning to introduce the 2023-2024 Building Staff Support Persons of the Year. Carrie Hawkins, Admin and RSEC. Ruth Fox, Blue Ridge Elementary. Sierra Gibbs, Eastwood Hills Elementary. George Crane, Facility Operations. Rodney Jones, Fleet Ridge Elementary. Amanda Trotter, Herndon Career Center. Leslie Hunsucker, Laurel Hills Elementary. Juliet Gentleman, Little Blue Elementary. Savannah Chancellor, Northfleet Elementary. Candace Abernathy, Raytown Central Middle School. David Griffin, Raytown High School. Rosa Chacon, Raytown Middle School. Mallory Shump, Raytown South High School. Amber Capitoshio, Raytown South Middle School. Keith Cannon, Raytown Success Academy. Patrick Rivera, Robinson Elementary. Gary Crippen, Southwood Elementary. Frida Green, Spring Valley Elementary. Jamel Hogan, Transportation. And Caitlin Larry, Westridge Elementary. Congratulations to all the 2023-2024 Building Support Staff Employees of the Year. The 2023 to 2024 Support Staff Employee of the Year is Little Blue Elementary's Library Media Clerk, Juliet Gentleman. She's been with the district for a year. Juliet's energy and joy is contagious, and she spreads that throughout the library, the classroom, and the hallways. Please welcome Juliet Gentleman.
Hello everyone, my name is Juliet Genteman and I'm the library clerk at Little Blue Elementary. And today I'm going to read you a story, because let's be honest, we're never too old for that. This book is called The Magical Yet by Angela Dieterlisi. There are days when your dreams haven't come true, or you're upset by the things that you can't do. If you've lost or failed or cried just a bit, you're tired of waiting, you're ready to quit. Like that shiny new bike that you couldn't ride, and it didn't matter how hard you tried. You couldn't pedal, and you couldn't steer, and you couldn't get that bike into gear. Then, when you thought you were on the right track, you popped a wheelie and fell on your back. And now you won't ride. No way, not never. No riding for you, you'll walk forever. Don't give up now. There's a major game changer, a most amazing thought rearranger, someone to show you how good you can get. Now introducing the Magical Yet. With this Yet's magic, you can begin to see that you're going beyond where you've been. There are so many things that you've learned to do when you didn't know the Yet was with you, like when you babbled before you could talk, or when you crawled before you could walk. Yet's a dreamer, a schemer, a hoper, a trier, a maker, a doer, a gotta fly higher. This Yet finds a way, even when you don't, and Yet knows you will when you think you won't. Like that shiny new bike that you couldn't ride? Hop right back on with the Yet by your side. Yet doesn't mind warm-ups, fixes and flops, do-overs, redos, stumbles, and stops. Yet knows there's mistakes, some big and some small. With Yet, you're sure to get over them all. Be patient. Yet can't do it all overnight. Some things take days, months, or years to get right. But if you keep leaping, dreaming, wishing, waiting, learning, trying, missing, with the Yet as your guide along the way, you'll do all of the things that you can't do today. Now you're bolder, braver, starting to see. With Yet, you can get where you want to be. You finally did it, Yet knew you could. You're not just riding, you're getting quite good. But don't stop now, you've got so much to do. The good news is, the Yet grows with you. So no matter how big or old you may get, you'll never outgrow, you'll never forget. You can always believe in the magic of Yet. As we go into the school year, I just want to remind you that whether you're a first-year teacher, someone working toward a special certification or degree, or whether it's your first year back to work after a decade of being at home raising your kids, that was me last year. You too can believe in the magic of Yet. There is so much good ahead of you, probably some messiness too. The best adventures usually require courage and faith and persistence. But if you look around, you've got community, friends, mentors, teammates, and even students who can bolster you in the moments that you lose sight of your Yet. I want to thank my whole community at Little Blue Elementary for their kindness, encouragement, and practical help at every turn last year. Special thanks to my friend Melanie Newton for casually mentioning the library clerk position to me over dinner last summer. To Dr. Julie Schmidley and Andrew Cook for inviting me into the Little Blue family and making me feel so welcome over the last year. To my LMS, Monica Cox, for educating me on the latest Taylor Swift music, for handing me amazing books that I would have skipped over, and for doing the best dramatic read-alouds by my side. And to Miss Deborah Arnold-Waxter, I so admire your heart for students and families, and I don't want to be in the cafeteria with anyone but you. Though I don't know exactly what shape it will take, I'm ready to keep pursuing my magical yets into the next school year. I wish you and your students all the best as you chase your yets too. Let's be brave and persistent together this year. Thanks for listening.
Good morning, RQS, and welcome to the 23-24 school year. My name is Carl Calcara, Chief Human Resources Officer, and this is
Terry Gibson, and I'm the Chief Executive Finance, and I'm sorry?
I don't like how you grab that from my hand like that. I'm the holder of the microphone. Clearly, that's what she got me to do today. So, sir.
I'm Terry.
So Miss Womble said she needed somebody fun to do the roll call, so clearly she picked the finance guy and the HR guy. All right, when we call your school or department, make some noise and share it on Twitter using the hashtag RQS Convocation and RQS Ray of Hope. Mr. Gibson, you're going to call the first one. You ready?
Sounds good. Let's do this. Blue Ridge Blue Jays.
Eastwood Hill Junior Jays.
Great Expectations.
Fleet Ridge Stars.
The Herndon Career Center Hawks.
Laurel Hills Leopards.
The Little Blue Mustangs.
Norfleet Knights and Connections Academy.
New Trails Early Childhood Cubs.
Norfleet, just joking. Northwood Penguins.
Let's hear it for those Central Middle Ravens.
Let's hear it for those Raytown Middle Blue Jays.
Raytown South Middle Cardinals.
Raytown High Blue Jays.
Raytown South High Cardinals.
The Robinson Raccoons.
Success Academy Phoenix.
Southwood Roadrunners.
Spring Valley Cougars.
3 Trails Early Childhood Ducklings.
And those Westridge Eagles.
Wellness Center.
And last but not least, the admin, RSEC, Transportation and Facility Operations.
Good morning from Raytown Educational Foundation, also known as REF. I'm Sunny, one of REF's mascots. You may recognize my twin brother, Sunny, the morning sausage TV star. But don't get us confused. While Sunny may be a big shot TV star, I have a higher calling. I radiate rays of hope for Raytown students and staff. REF's Rays of Hope include scholarships, teaching and learning grants, student recognition. For 31 years, REF has radiated over $2 million of support for our school district. And thanks to all of you who radiate rays of hope to your students and colleagues every day, whether it be small beams or bright lights. Have a great year and shine on!
My name is Vicki Uclea, and I am the current president of the Raytown Retired School Personnel. We are a group of retired Raytown staff members who are here to help you when we can. Your theme this year is very appropriate for you along with us. We strive to do everything that HOPE stands for. We are here to support you and to help answer any questions that you have about retirement. Let me talk about the word hope. H for happiness. What you do every day should make you happy. Seeing the light turn on in a student's eyes when they get what you are trying to teach them. Or smile on the face when they greet you in every day, whether it's in the bus, cafeteria, front office, or in the classroom. For some students, you are their only happiness in the day. As retirees, seeing former students out in the public as successful adults and knowing that you had a part of where they're at makes us feel happy. Sometimes they even recognize you and thank you. Happiness is what we experience every day because of our awesome retirement system. We are allowed to enjoy our life as we want to enjoy it. O for opportunity. You have the opportunity to enrich and educate our future, to instill knowledge and compassion to all the students that come in contact with you. You have the opportunity to apply for grants to help supply you with materials to enrich the lives of the students. For us retirees, we try to let you know about the yearly classroom and support staff grants offered through MRTF. We also have the opportunity to help financially with dual credit classes and scholarships. It is our opportunity to give back. Purpose. Know what you do is very important in our society. You are here to make sure the next generation has what it takes to lead us forward. The retirees sometimes find their purpose when they volunteer at the school or substitute. We can use our talents to help out in the classroom and in our community. Purpose in life is what you are here for. E for excellence. Raytown has always strived for excellence. We try to attain excellence in our own unit. We have received Unit of Excellence Award for many years. We want you to know that when you stick to your job and are able to retire, there is so much more you can still do and get the same money. I know that it is hard at times with the work that you put in and paperwork required, but the time you put in now allows you for as many years of doing what you want and still getting paid. There is definitely a ray of hope ahead. Again, we want to wish you a successful school year, and remember, we can all be a ray of hope to each other and to the students that we see every day. Thank you, and have a great year.
So good morning. No, let's try that again. Good morning. And Happy New Year to you all. Let me begin by correcting ourselves. And I received a message, not that I wasn't paying attention, but we need to apologize to our Three Trails preschool who have clarified, and I guess Tyler knew this, they are not the ducklings, but instead They are the Three Trails Preschool. So let's give a shout out to our Three Trails Preschool. I also want the record to reflect that frickin' frack Jack that were up here a few moments ago. I'm going to tell those two to wait in the car the next time because we expected them to be on their best behavior, particularly as we have visitors in the room. But I guess you can't allow a leopard to change its spots. So, yes. Carl, can you come up here for a moment? I know this is, come here. Come here, Dr. Calcara. So when you talk about making adjustments to fit in, we have we wanted to be unified. And so we ordered shirts. And some of us have this style, if you will, and we refuse. We have this style that we won't lower our standards. And so Dr. Calcara was not happy with the shirt and the way it fit. So I suggested that he take it to someone to have it altered. And he said he was not. So instead, when you talk about leadership, creativity, innovation, and doing what you want to do when you want to do it, how you want to do it, he is prime example. So when I walked in this morning, I looked, I said, our shirts don't have stripes in it. Our shirt doesn't have, this is a nice shirt. Our shirts are nice too. But then I looked, and this guy has cut the patch off the shirt and used pamper pins to pin it to his shirt so that he could fit in. I say all that to say that we have to diversify sometimes the way in which we do things. It was more than modification, Dr. Calcara, more than modification. So I needed to bring that to the forefront so that you would recognize that. So for those of you that I have not had the fortunate pleasure of meeting, my name is Penelope Martin-Knox, and I am the proud superintendent of Raytown Quality Schools. I am so excited to begin my second year here with you. And notice I said with you, because this work that we do, it cannot be done in isolation. And so before we begin to hit the ground running, I want to recognize individuals for being here with us this morning. I want to first and foremost recognize our board members again for being here, Dr. Douglas, Mr. Burton, and those who could not be here. I also want to say publicly that without a board, you cannot move forward if there's no support. You cannot move forward with a board that has ulterior motives. You have to make sure that there is a board that is invested in children and actually doing what's best and what's right for the community. And I can say during my time here, that is exactly what we've had in our 7-member board last year and our board this year. So I just want to say thank you for asking good questions, hard questions, and all that will help us move forward as a district. So thank you to our board. I also want to recognize this gentleman. From the first moment I stepped foot into Raytown, I received a message from this individual that embraced me when I first arrived. And so Mayor McDonough, I want to just say thank you for being here, always being here. And I know you're a Raytown grad, and you want to tell them, you want me to be specific. Standing corrected, Raytown South grad. But even more, a member of the community. So I just want to thank you for who you are and for your leadership and what you stand for. So thank you for always being present. You heard a message from Sunny earlier. And so I just want to, yes, Sunny. And someone asked me when was I going to wear it. Not today. She wore it so well no one can ever replicate that. So I'm going to leave that one to her. But I want to recognize our ref members who are here and our ref president, Ms. Purty. I believe she's in here. Please stand. I want our ref members to also stand. When you talk about giving back to our students and giving back to our community, we know that we have to make deposits, and REF truly does that. They invest in our children, not just with the financial scholarship support, but with the recognition. When you see them come into the buildings to help celebrate attendance, to celebrate academics, they are always there. And so for that, I say thank you. I appreciate you for all that you do. Thank you. To our retired educators, where are you? We have a few here. Yes. You are the ones who have paved the way. And so I just want to publicly say thank you for your time and dedication, because you are the ones who've inspired many of us to sit in this room and to stand where I stand today. So thank you for all that you've done. Mr. Landers, where are you? I want to recognize you twofold, because I talked about the board and I talked about REF, and you're just all around. And so thank you, Mr. Landers, for always being present, always being supportive, and for your time on the board. I always bring the teacher in me out when I stand in front of a crowd. And so some people either like it or you don't like it. Depends on whether you like school or not, because I'm a teacher by heart. And I say this all the time. I'll never forget what it's like to be a teacher, because I think I educate every day. And I also think that I have to learn every day in order to continue to grow. And so while we are moving forward, many of you may ask, and Dr. Greiner touched on it earlier, why are we doing it this way? And the reason we are doing our convocation this way this year is because last year when we entered, I said to the team, we need to make sure we take feedback from all of our participants. The only way you grow is when you get feedback. The only way you can make adjustments to support our staff as a whole is to make sure we get feedback. It allows us to make adjustments, and it allows us opportunities to grow. It's constructive feedback. And so as leaders in this work, I needed to make sure that we took an approach that I was all inclusive with what we did in terms of our convocation this year. When I read some of the feedback and I heard individuals say, I'm not participating, I haven't participated because, it doesn't matter what the because was. It was that we were not all inclusive. And so we started talking about looking at ways in which we could bring everyone together. And one of my goals is to make sure we're fiscally responsible. When we began to look at facilities, I was like, why are we spending money on a facility, right? I think we need to invest in our people. Let's make sure we get our fund balance and everything that needs to be in alignment. So let's not spend money on a facility. And then we talked about doing it outside in one of our stadiums. And then we talked about the weather and all of the what ifs. And I said, you know what? We're a district of technology. Let's go ahead and do it in a virtual capacity so that we are all inclusive and we can bring everyone in no matter where they are. It's meeting you where you are, and it's my expectation that we meet our children where they are. It's about giving each other grace and extending that hand to make sure that we are in this work together so we can kick off this year with excitement and end with excitement. Now, I know it doesn't always work that way, because at the end of the year, we don't look like what we've been through sometimes. But I need you to understand that the purpose for us doing it this way is to make sure that we included more of our district, more of our staff than we ever have. And so there are some of you who wish you were back in your space working. But I need us here because this is a time where we show unification. This isn't work you can do in isolation. This year marks 120 years for the consolidation of 7 elementary schools, which began the formulation of the Raytown C2's Quality School District. 120 years. The purpose behind that was unification. What better time to show more steps towards unification than marking that 120th year? And so there's some individuals who are here in this room, and I'm going to ask you to stand, because sometimes I see you and you're fly by night. I see the white vans and the white utility trucks zooming by, and I wave and you don't wave back. But I think it's because you're just so focused on getting where you are going and getting done. And I appreciate you not waving back, because that means you're taking your hands off the steering wheel. But facilities and operations, please stand. I need us to understand that we can do the work all day long in the classroom, but if we don't have environments that are conducive to learning, that are supportive of us as adults, that supports our children, we can't do anything. And so I wanted you here today because I needed you to be a part of this, and I wanted to publicly thank you for the work that you do every day, and it doesn't go unnoticed. You are absolutely amazing, whether it's from the cleanliness of the buildings, the infrastructure, the maintenance of all of those components that go into the district being effective. You are a part of that. And don't you ever forget that you are a part of that work from today and moving forward. So thank you for being here this morning, because I know you don't want to be here and you want to be out working, because you have timelines and deadlines, and you know, your bosses kind of push you, and tell them to leave you alone this morning just for this moment so that we can recognize you and celebrate you. And it's not just our operations. It's also those who work behind the scenes, our support staff. Where are my technology people? Absolutely. When we talk about really working behind the scenes, if you've ever looked at your device and the cursor starts moving around the screen and you're like, is that moving? It's them behind the scenes trying to fix things and adjust. So I just want to publicly thank our technology team for all of your hard work and our way forward in making sure that we are truly a district that utilizes technology to exemplify what we do as educators, as leaders, and what we do for our children. Our food services team, where are you? We're going to continue and grow, because we know that if our children don't have nutritional meals, they're not going to be available for learning. It leads to so many other things that impacts their lives. We are going to continue to move forward. So I just want to say thank you for your innovation and your creativity and continuing to do what's best and what's right for our children. So thank you. And I always do this, and I sit back and I process, like, did I miss someone? I did. I didn't miss you on purpose. But our administrative assistants and our secretaries, where are you? Stand up. And I think when you sit back and you look at lessons learned, we were in professional development this year, and so thank you to HR for being able to provide that space and time. Again, listening to the needs of your staff. And so when I first got here, I heard, we need professional development too, Dr. Martin Knox. We need professional development too. So this year we provided that. And I was sitting at the table, and it was the funniest thing, and I looked, and one of the admins said, and who are you? And Rachel looked and she said, I'm Rachel. She said, oh, you're Rachel. Hi, Rachel. And they've both been in the district forever and have never physically seen one another. And so it provided that time for us to build relationships, but to also understand, again, behind the work, there are humans, right? And we're humans in this work. And then I'm going to wrap and move forward because there's another group that I got you, Tony Moore. But I appreciate you having my back. There's another group because if it were not for them, our children wouldn't arrive and wouldn't depart safely. And so transportation, where are you? When we talk about resiliency, when we talk about flexibility, when we talk about leadership, you exemplify that every single day. And I don't think people understand the work that goes behind what you do every day. We don't often see you. When I show up in the office and there's a look like, why is she here? Because I work here too. But I want you to know we appreciate you because oftentimes they have to make adjustments at the drop of a dime. If a driver doesn't come, our leaders are driving the buses. If buses don't arrive, we have to make adjustments at 5, 4 in the morning. And so when the weather is inclement, I get that 4 o'clock in the morning call that I miss sometimes. I own mine. That 4 o'clock call that I miss sometimes with Kevin saying, what are we going to, this is what I'm going to do. Because when you talk about leadership, it's always bringing a solution to the table. And so I tell people all the time, thank you. Just want to say thank you. And I often tell people, when you come to the table with a problem, always have a solution. Right? 2 minutes on a problem, 10 minutes on a solution, or longer on the solution. Otherwise, we're just complaining. And so in this world of education, nothing is ever constant. The only thing that we know as educators is that we signed up to do this, and we are committed to our children. And so as we continue to move our way forward, we have, you know what, Marissa's in the back, throwing signals, hand signs, whatever there are, but okay. But she also reminded me that while we have taken this different approach to doing our convocation, I just want to also acknowledge communications because they've worked so hard behind the scenes. They've worked so hard behind the scenes to tolerate me and to make it happen. And so I appreciate you. And so as we move forward into the year, we have a strategic plan that will guide our work moving forward. It is our way forward. It is going to be a work in progress, and we're going to continue to make sure we're servicing our children so that as they leave us, they are prepared for the future. Whatever pathway they choose, they should have the skills to be able to do that. So I'm going to give you a charge. I don't care what your title may be. I'm going to give you a charge this year that I want each of us to find one child. Just one. I'm not asking for much. If you want to choose more, that's fine. Find one child to mentor. Just one. Because I do believe every child is one caring adult away from success. Every single child deserves a leader in their lives who cares. And leadership, if you look at our strategic plan, leadership is not about title or position. It's about your approach and your belief and how you contribute to this work. Because we all come together and contribute to this work to move us forward. We said earlier, and Dr. Greiner has taken a lot of what I was going to share, when I was approached to say, what's our theme for this year going to be? I thought intently about it. And I didn't want to just make up something just because it's a new year. I believe we will always have to explain our why, but also know what our why is. And our why will always be to be a ray of hope for our children, providing an environment where we are all happy, providing opportunity for our children to have quality instruction and caring leaders, to make sure they understand their purpose so that it all leads to excellence. Our ray of hope. It is our way forward. It is our way forward. So regardless as to what school building you're sitting in today, here in this space with me this morning, we are making a commitment today to win. We are going to win not because it's a race, not because we're trying to figure out who gets to the end first, but to make sure that we end with our children in mind and that they are successful and that we continue to stand. There's something that I learned, the word fear. It spreads faster than a virus. You can either forget everything and run, or you can face everything and rise. And so I want us at this point to make sure we continue to rise and move forward. So no, we're not shifting our theme from last year because it's only been in place one year. It is not like a pair of shoes that I own that I'm not going to wear anymore. Yes, I invest in my shoes, but our children are more important. Yeah, our children are more important than my shoes. And so I need us to continue to invest in our district. We are one. We are Raytown. Or as I oftentimes post, hashtag, we are Raytown. We're not losers. We're not quitters. We are winners. And we're going to face everything and continue to rise. We're going to have a great year. I want to take a moment to thank Dr. Greiner and his team for all of their work with our strategic plan. We will provide updates on our strategic plan. It's posted on our website, and I need us to make sure that we recognize that each of us plays an integral part in the implementation and the delivery of those items in that plan. We asked you for your feedback. We included you in the development of that plan. And it is not just a plan of compliance. When we are looking at the challenges we're going to face, there's no uniqueness to the challenges we're going to face because you can open up any paper in any state, in any city to find out that we're all in this same space. And so I want to thank HR. I want to thank our HR team for making sure that we continue to hire and recruit quality people to want to be in Raytown and to do the work, but I also encourage you to do so as well. You are also HR. So thank you, Dr. Calcara, to you and your team for all of your hard work. And I also want to thank Mr. Gibson and the finance team, because we will have our challenges in making those tough decisions about what's best and what's right for children. But I want to make sure that we are not, as a district, making a choice of what we should and shouldn't do because of a dollar. The dollar should not dictate what we do for our children. The dollar should not dictate what we do for you as our staff. But please understand, we are not going to put ourselves in a place, in a position where we have to face some difficult avenues. We are going to manage our monies. We're going to look at the academics. We're going to continue to hire. We're going to continue to fill those vacancies. And so when we talk about vacancies, I also want to recognize one other person, Ms. Jessica Bassett. I don't know if many of you have met her. Jessica, please stand. Ms. Bassett is our new assistant superintendent who will be responsible for secondary schools. And if you all recall, last year we did not fill that vacancy. So between Dr. Greiner and I, more Dr. Greiner, we met the needs of our secondary staff because we filled in that void. And so there are going to be times where you're going to have to fill in that void to make sure that we can continue to operate effectively. That's what we do as leaders. So when we look at our strategic plan, the first component is making sure that we continue to learn. Provide environments for our children to learn. The next component is teaching. Always find time to teach. The third component is about leadership. In order to get it done and get it done well, we all must do our part. The fourth component is looking at professional learning. And the final is the greater community. Making sure our parents understand they are a part of this work and they are a part of this work. She threw me off, I'm sorry. They're a part of this work and that they are embraced. But we are Raytown. And so at this time, I'm going to ask the executive leadership team to come to the front because we're now going to prepare for dismissal. Yeah, did I say dismissal? Did I just go back to principal mode, teacher mode? I apologize. Told you, teacher by heart. And so we are going to rise. We are Raytown. And we're going to have a great 2023-2024 school year. And I want you to know I appreciate you. I respect you. And understand no matter how big you may think my cape is, I can't do it by myself. You have made the commitment today. Now I want you all to say this, and now I can't hear in the schoolhouse, but I have spies in each one of the buildings who's going to tell me who didn't participate. But I need you to repeat after me. I believe we will win. Put it all together. Ready? I believe we will win. Period. Or as the kids would say, period with a T.
Let me tell you what I believe.
And remember, face everything and rise. I'm going to now wrap our convocation up. And thank you. What? You believe what? Have a great school year, Raytown Quality Schools. Hashtag we are Raytown. Let's do this. You believe what? Can I get a what?
We can lose the battle, but we don't win the war. I'm from the bottom, I'm that uncut, real raw. When things get tough, that's when we show up. That's when we show out. That's when we show y'all. It's time to knuckle up and fight hard. Now let's all buckle up and fight hard. Que Dios bendiga a todas tus familias, mi amigo. Se parta mandito, vamos darle duro también. Say it with me. I believe. Say it with me.
Have a great day.
Bottom line, no matter what, face everything and rise.
you.